Survivor's ready. Go!
Travis spoken.
This island is pretty much full of only two things: snakes and rats.
The fake dead grandmother could easily go down as the dirtiest thing ever to be done in this game.
I am the king, and I am back.
But I've got the $1 million check written already. I mean, I'm the winner.
The winner of the first Survivor competition is Rich.
Direct from Hobart, it's now time for the only dedicated radio show in Australia devoted to the hit TV show Survivor, bringing you the latest news and the biggest interviews from the king of reality television. It's Survivor Oz, and here's your host, Ben Waterworth.
Hello everybody, and welcome once again to Survivor Oz, Australia's #1 TV and film podcast, as we bring you another Survivor San Juan Del Sur exit interview. Of course, we are into the final four, and in terms of recording these for continuity purposes, it's our last one that we're recording. If you're listening to these in order, however, from the start of the season, you've still got 3 more to go after this. We're about to speak to the one and only Keith Nale, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing from him. Definitely a lot to catch up on, but of course you can read all our pre-episode previews via survivoroz.com that Noah Groves typed up before each episode, and more importantly, you can download the exit interviews with each of the contestants from Survivor San Juan Del Sur at the same place, survivoroz.com. The easiest way to get to them, at the top of the page you'll see an interviews tab. If you move your mouse over that, a drop down menu will pop down, you'll see the words exit interviews. Click on that and you will be directed to all the exit interviews. But right now, the only exit interview you want to hear is a man who finished in 4th place on Survivor San Juan Del Sur. I do, of course, speak of the one and only Keith Nale. Keith, welcome to Survivor Oz.
Hey, Ben, I'm happy to be here. How y'all doing?
Doing very well, mate, very well. It's a very fun time to chat to you here, and obviously for yourself, how's the last few days been after it's all over now? You're looking towards Christmas now. You can forget about Survivor for the time being.
Hey, you ain't kidding, Ben. I got to hustle down the store and buy my wife something, or I'm really gonna be in trouble.
You got a couple of days. Come out to Australia. It's even closer to Christmas this way here, so you'd even be in more trouble now.
Man, that'd be crazy.
Yes. Now, I think when it comes to the game, it was summed up quite perfectly in the final episode when you said the words, "I bet you didn't think you were going to see me here." Now, I mean, how surprised were you, Keith, that you managed to make it as far as you did?
Hey, I'm surprised too, Ben. Going in really not knowing the ins and outs of this, I kind of signed up. Wesley signed me up. Wesley signed me up like 4 years ago, or he did a video 4 years ago, and then bam, flash forward to 2014, they call him and say, "Here we are, we're doing the blood versus water," and matter of fact, I wasn't even his first choice. That kind of ticked me off. He was going to bring his little brother at first.
Wow.
And, but, here I am.
Yeah, definitely. And you got so close to, making that final tribal council. And I love kind of hearing these stories about, as you were just saying, you weren't even the first choice and you get that close to making it to the end where I think a lot of people would have said you would have won. Does that make it sort of a proud achievement that you went into this game not really knowing what to do and you made it that far? Or do you look back on it now and be completely disappointed that you got so close to perhaps winning the game?
Man, you about summed it up there, Ben. I was proud to make it that far, but then you say, you just say, golly, I'm number 4, son of a gun. One more step, and then he does that mock vote, and I could have hit him in the lips for doing that because they said I would have. They said I would have won. They said I would have won. That's just kind of rubbing salt in the wound, and that killed me right there. I said, boy, I don't know, but that puzzle killed me on that last one, and I thought I was doomed when I was in there with 4 women anyway.
You made it one step further there, but one thing I'd love to hear more about is the conversation you had with Natalie just before that tribal council, and you said, of course, in final tribal council that Natalie had lied to you, and I don't know really if we saw a whole lot there. What were you really referring to there? What was it that Natalie said to you before you went into the tribal council that you were voted out?
Yeah, really, Ben, I asked the same question to all three gals, because all three of them lied to me right there at the end. I started with Jacqueline, to tell you the truth, and I said, Jacqueline, how's it feel to, the last word you ever spoke to me was a lie? Because she said, I think I'm going to go for Natalie. I think I'm going to go for Natalie. And I said, good, Jacqueline, that's a smart move, because if you're in there with Natalie, you're not going to win this, baby. And then I asked Natalie the same question, and she kind of hem-hawed around. She wasn't really... They didn't show the one I really wanted to get, and it was Jacqueline, and they went to Natalie, so I kind of asked all three girls the same question. But shoot, man, I kind of knew I was doomed, but I did all I could to sway Jacqueline over to my side, but that dog didn't hunt.
No, it didn't. I mean, do you feel as though, because, I mean, you've got quite a large fan base out there, actually, amongst the Survivor community, but, I mean, do you feel as though that a lot of people don't really respect too much of your strategy? Because it seemed, as you were saying, that you went into it not really knowing a lot to do, but you did seem to learn and adapt as the game went along, and some people would argue that's all you need to do in Survivor.
Hey, I'm with you, Ben. You're exactly right. I mean, I wanted to, throw in a few challenges, though. I guess I got lucky on a few of them challenges. That saved me a few times, and Nat saved me a few times. So, shoot, man, I really don't have no big-time strategy that I can tell you about. It's just, hang in there. But, boy, when I was in the, like to say, the rooster in the hen house with them four hens, I said, man, I'm doomed. I am doomed.
And again, you survived, and that's the name of the game, isn't it, Keith? Survivor. That's what you need to do.
Exactly. I got rid of one of them. I mean, we got rid of Baylor. I survived one round anyway, but kind of there at the end, it was curtains for me.
That challenge that you won the night that Baylor went home, I mean, the advantage that you had for that, it obviously worked a treat because we saw all the other four girls, they couldn't even get one ball through there. So, I mean, that to you was obviously the biggest advantage to have in that challenge. It looked so hard.
Oh, yeah, it was. And I would have been in the same boat they were if I didn't have... to tell you the truth, I went down there about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I practiced all the way till dark. And I said, it got dark. I couldn't even see the ball no more. I said, I better hustle on back up to camp because they're probably up there eating my ride. And, the one thing you want is your food around there. But that advantage really helped. And, I didn't know till it was over they didn't get one ball. I was watching on TV like y'all, and they were looking down there at me like they didn't know what the hell was going on.
Did they know that you were practicing when you went off and that, or did Jeff sort of let them know that the advantage was that you got to practice beforehand?
No, I didn't tell them. I did come back and I told Missy. I said, Missy, I think you'll be able to do this one because there was no running or jumping. But I really didn't tell them what it was. I said, Missy, she had the broke foot. I said, you'll be able to do this one. And they all got excited about that. But yeah, heck of an advantage.
Going back earlier in the game after the switch, when you found yourself alone with 3 couples on New Coyopa, at that point, did you honestly think, this is it, I'm done, I'm going?
Man, you're exactly right, Ben. Here I am with Dale and Missy and John and Miss America. I said, there's no way in heck. I mean, God, I'll never make it. I mean, what do you do? I mean, I don't even know if I want a challenge in that little period, to tell you the truth, but you get to talking a little bit, and Kelly's a big fan. She's a hard player, and they all decided, and I tell you what, no one ever, when they find out the game and you're a Survivor diehard fan, baby, you're on the chopping block. It says, first thing, let's get Kelly out, bam. Well, since Kelly's gone, let's get Dale out, bam. And I rocked along, just kind of minding my own business, saying, what in the heck's going on here, So, and 38 days later, you're sitting there at number 4.
Yeah, definitely, and that's all you need to do. And obviously the situation with Wes, we saw some fantastic scenes between the both of you early on in the game, the emotional moments. I'm guessing this whole experience has brought you guys a lot closer since you guys have been home?
Oh, yeah, I was telling somebody, matter of fact, Ben, I'm sitting on a deer stand right now in North Louisiana trying to kill a deer. And Wesley's about 400 yards down in the woods.
Beautiful.
And we're up here with my little brother. I got a little brother, and we're up here with my dad. And shoot, it don't get no better than that. I'm not gonna kill nothing now because I'm talking in the deer stand with you, but that's okay with me.
I was about to say, I don't think I've ever interviewed somebody who's about to kill an animal at the time I'm talking to them, but there's always a first here, Keith.
I like it, Ben. I like it.
Now, one thing
I hadn't killed nothing. I hadn't killed nothing. I probably won't now because I'm up here laughing like crazy.
Just preparing for Christmas lunch, I'm guessing. Are we going to be having some venison on the table on Christmas?
Exactly. That's what we're working on, Ben.
Now, I mean, we mentioned, of course, your challenge ability, and you do become a bit of a challenge beast out there. The respect there for you as a challenge beast. Has this always been something you've been good at, Keith? Sort of, physical random challenges like this?
Yeah, you can't practice for that junk, Ben. There ain't no practicing. I think I just got lucky and they hit something that I was kind of, balancing, and the big joke around camp was Keith was good with balls. So that's great. What do you say? I'm good with balls. All three of them involve balls, but don't pass that around too much.
No, we'll keep that quiet. Now, the final one I'll ask you today, Keith, and I'm sure it's a question you got asked a heap in all your interviews that you did last week, but why on earth do you spit so much?
Oh, well, you're killing me, Ben. I used to chew tobacco. And
right.
There's no tobacco on the island, so I had to quit that cold turkey. But I think I still had the spitting habit that I was chewing tobacco. Hell, I don't know. My mind was gone after about the 5th day, so I was just sicking along. All I can tell you, Ben, it was a habit. A habit I had that I didn't break on the island.
Yes, well, we loved watching it. I think a lot of people were saying they're going to have a drinking game. Have a drink every time Keith has a spit, so...
Somebody told me that.
Well, Keith, mate...
I like that too.
Yes. I will say to you, on behalf of us here at Survivor Oz, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas and a New Year. Thanks very much for your time here and being such a great castaway on this season. And look, we look forward to getting you back on the show sometime in 2015, and we'll have a more in-depth chat about your time on Survivor.
Hey, good deal, Ben. Thank you a lot. Tell everybody hi for me.
And there you have it, Keith Nale. You knew it was going to be good, and that's Keith for you. Big thanks to Keith, and a big thanks, of course, to Channel 9 and CBS for arranging these exit interviews. Now, as I said at the top of this interview, chronologically, this is the last one we've recorded, but still got a few more to go if you're listening to these in order, but just given that this will be the last one that we do record, we sincerely hope that they will be back for season 30. We haven't had any confirmation yet. We haven't had any declining either, so we're kind of hoping that they will happen. So fingers crossed for Worlds Apart. We will continue the exit interviews. In the meantime, as always, SurvivorOz.com is where you can get all the interviews, articles, everything else in between. Subscribe to us on iTunes, to Stitcher, to TuneIn Radio, to whatever your podcasting service is that you use. And remember, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube for all the relevant ways to stay up to date with us. That's it for me. Time to leave the building. I've got to go learn how to speak properly. This has been the Keith Nale exit interview. My name is Ben. The tribe has spoken, and we'll speak to you next time on The Trains.